Morning, guys. All right. Yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna get some music on in a minute, and yeah, we'll get moving. Good morning. Just gonna move the kids' chair. Normally get a chance to do that sooner. We're all good. All right. So lovely, happy Sunday. Today's just a lovely little whole body stretch. Nice bit of time out. I love this time of year to just like focus on the idea of like de-stressing and just giving the mind some time to just truly just I suppose hit pause. I know what it's like for all of us. This whole like Christmas or festive season. Not everyone's a Christmas, celebrant, but we all get this holiday time, and there is this like pressure to get all of these things done or purchase all of these items or thinking about, the busyness of the season, see everybody. And it's lovely and wonderful and fabulous. But also Christmas brings up, a sense of like chaos sometimes, or feels overwhelming. But also it brings up emotions for some of us. So I just wanted to send that little bit of light through our classes as we kind of come to our last session in November. We enter the December season and we move forward. My one little admin thing to say is that in December, there are 5 Sundays. And so I'm hoping everyone's happy with just doing 4 of them to make up that 4 class or that 8 class pass, because I don't think anyone wants to log in the morning of Christmas Eve. I definitely wouldn't mind, but I know that that'll be a busy one. So I'm going to leave Christmas Eve, but you'll still have access to 4 classes. And I'm also going to put on an extra evening class in a week if you'd like to join that as either a bonus or to make up your session. So morning, Jane. I was just saying I'm not going to teach the morning of Christmas Eve, but there's 5 Sundays. So if you wanted to, there's still 4 opportunities to make up like the Sunday classes, mix and match with the Tuesdays. And there's one Tuesday, I think it's the 20, it's Boxing Day, which I didn't think people would want to come. That's a Tuesday, the live class. I know some of you guys who log on come to the live, but I will be putting on a virtual class later on that week in an evening. If you did want to make up that class as well, you can either use it as a bonus or you can make it up for the Tuesdays. So I thought I'd just let you know kind of those admin-y things, but nice to kind of see what your December looks like. All right, when you're ready, today we're going to start on our backs, a lovely little Shavasana start. I'm going to close our eyes, and again, we'll focus on de-stressing today. So taking some time out, I'm going to breathe and stretch. Real familiar class. I thought I'd just work with the hips. We do quite often, I kind of pull the hips in, but maybe the last like 4 or 5 classes, we've not done a little bit of deep one there. So a nice one for us just to find that release and a little bit of a flow. So cheers, get yourself cozy, and good morning. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. Honestly, my happy place. And it's happy because of you guys, not just because of the yoga. It's all of it, the community. Seeing your little names log in. So thank you. Thank you for giving me that little gift every single week to keep this going. All right, when you're ready, just begin to find that position. If you feel like you have any stretch you want to make before you go, I definitely love a little back stretch here sometimes before I get into my Shavasana at the beginning, before I find that corpse pose. Oh, and just find a space where you can drop in. If you need to move the legs, you can. And just listen to the body today. Really powerful. Move in a way that feels good to you. Begin to close the eyes and let the eyelids feel heavy. Allow the creases alongside the eyes to soften. Allow the jaw to release, separating the teeth. And just begin to just find that lovely deep breath today. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Take it slow today. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stay in your cozy things. If you need anything to wrap up in, grab the blankets off your sofas. And stay warm and cozy as you move today. Through the colder and the November stretch. Breathing in. And breathing out. Take a little time to check in. Ask yourself what is maybe making you feel good at the moment. What sort of little creature comforts this season, or feeling really indulgent but really cozy? Maybe you make a little intention to add a little bit more of that into the rest of your Sunday. Just warm blankets on the sofa. Some of us maybe a fireplace going. Whatever it is, maybe just soak that coziness, that lovely sense of hibernation, that lovely warm drink. Take that with you like a warm hug all day, or even all week. And then checking in and asking yourself, is there anything that just is feeling a little bit too much? Your mind feel a little bit scrambled with all the things we need to do, or anything weighing heavy emotionally as you move into this next season of December. Remember that whether you have Christmas lights up, Christmas tree, whether gifts are small or none at all, it's all enough. Just do your best and make the season something this year maybe that suits you and your well-being. Breathing in. Then slowly breathing out. You've got it. And when you're ready, if the legs are extended, just bring both knees, bring both feet down, hip distance, reach the arms up, maybe palms together, and just take that lovely stretch, maybe lifting the tailbone slightly so you get a really nice arch in that spine. Feel like you get that little gummy bear underneath. Feeling long, and stretched, breathing in. And as we exhale, just tuck the tailbone under, place the whole of the lower back and the back and the spine down, and reach the arms up. Beautiful. And slowly bring them down. Exhale. Inhale, reaching it up. And exhale, arms over the head, maybe a little arch the spine, reach alongside the ears. You've got it. Feeling good. Inhale. And as we exhale, tucking the tailbone under, pushing the lower back into the mat, reaching the arms up, and slowly bringing it down. And you've got it. We're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest, and switch when you're ready, drawing the left. Good. Inhale, and switch. Just find a lovely little sequence here, breathing in and out, a pace that works for you. Good. Just waking up the legs, feeling the hips. I love this one. It's really simple, but it kind of tells you where you're at the beginning, doesn't it? Where are the knees for 3, 2, inhale and exhale, and 1. Whichever leg you've got drawn in, hold it there. Good. We're just going to find little circles with that leg. So you can use 1, 2, or 2 hands. Just find a nice big or small circle with that leg. Just saying hello to the hip joint. 4, breathing in and out. 3, beautiful. 2, and last big circle, draw it in, and slowly bring the foot down and switch. You've got it. Turn that knee and find that circle. Good. Again, you can use 1 hand or 2, depending on what feels good. Listen to the body. Check it in. How's that side for you today? How are you physically? Just working on those 3 questions today. What's feeling good and cozy at the moment? What is it that feels a little heavy? What would you see it as like an even better if? Things would be even better if I could let go, release, get this finished. And physically, let's release any tension in the muscles. Inhale, slowly drawing that knee in. And exhale, dropping it down. You've got it. Other side, we're going to draw it in and hold. Excuse me. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now thinking here, it's really common that we want to lift in the tailbone. And I want you to see if you can push the tailbone down as you draw that knee in. Good. Breathing in, maybe option to extend. See how you're feeling in that left or the opposite leg. If you're on the other leg, just lift the other one. Maybe take it up to the sky, little point and flex. Inhale. And exhale, maybe roll that ankle. 3. Nice little smile for me, too. And 1, and then maybe option you can stay here. You can put the foot on the floor, or you can extend it out just to lengthen a little bit, get a little bit more depth in that hip. So we're going to take the circles again, but from this position, if that feels good. If it's too much, remember, just bend that knee. Good, taking it nice and wide. Lovely. Inhale. And slowly exhale for 3. Nice circles in the hips. 2. Inhale and exhale. Last one. 1. Drawing it in, little hold. Pointing both toes, feeling long. Inhale. And slowly bring that foot down. You've got it. The opposite leg, bringing it in. Excuse me, a little spluttery today. I didn't realize I've got just a little niggle of a cough in a runny nose, but we'll be good. We'll be fine today. And drawing it in again, noticing if you have a tendency to squeeze in the glutes, push that lower back down, push the tailbone down as we draw that knee in. This is a really simple stretch. We could stay here a long time, just working to get that depth in the hips. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out, relax the shoulders down, maybe lift and draw the chin in, feeling that lovely softness in that whole of the upper body, just working that tailbone down and the knee in. Good. Option to stay there if you want to play, maybe see about that other leg. Checking in on that hamstring, maybe a little point and flex. I can just see where you're holding that tightness today. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and out for 5. 4, rolling the ankle this time. 3. Nice one. 2. And 1. You've got it. And an option to keep it lifted, just bend it and put on the floor, or work to extend all the way down. An option there for you. And wherever you've chosen to be, let's take our circles on that side. So taking them nice and wide. Again, we're just trying to get, it's called synovial fluid. And that really is that like limbering up the joints. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really nice way to start a class. Just staying high. 3. Inhale and exhale. 2. Last big circle. Breathing in. Let's hold it in. Relax the shoulders, inhale, and slowly begin to place that foot down on the mat. Wonderful. Bringing the other foot in, you've got it. Breathing in, both knees come in, toes to touch, taking your circles again. Inhale and exhale, big toes to touch. Take them as wide as feels comfortable. Feel a little activation of the core here as you push that lower back into the mat. Maybe you'll get that little bit of fire. You can kind of feel the core strong. Your own pace doesn't have to be quick. 3. Nice deep breaths. In and out. 2. And last big breath. 1. Drawing them in, holding here. You've got it. We're going to take them the other direction this time. So check in. If it feels too much, go back the other way. But you're going to draw them out, keeping the connection with the core and the lower back. We squeeze the knees wide and then draw them in. Good. So drawing it out, open and in. Nice. Breathing in and out. Give us a little smile. Just feeling the body do its thing, feeling the strength in the core, opening up in the hips, releasing that tension. 3. Deep breaths. 2. Nice one. And last one, big circle. And bring it in. Good. Relax that lower back. Let's take a little rock side to side. Maybe build in the neck. 4. 3. 2. Inhale and exhale, one, coming all the way back to that lovely little center point. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna bring that left foot down and the right knee in. Good. We're gonna begin with our lovely little happy babies, taking with half to begin. So we're gonna lift up a little bit in that right foot and drop the knee out. Good. Love this one. This one's just magical in terms of all the health benefits. If you want, you can reach for the outer edge of that foot and draw the knee down. Now, really remember, we don't want to be lifting. So I might have my knee on the ground, but actually my left hip is really lifted. So I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to slowly push it down. Good. And then I'm going to work to get that knee coming down. Kind of drawing it towards the armpit, towards the floor, see how it feels. Remember, if that's too much, just grab the lower part of the leg, the ankle. All good. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. You've got the option as we did before. So as you take your happy baby, if you'd like, you can lift up into that left leg if you want. Saying hello to the hamstring, finding a little point and flex. A little bit quicker transition here to your ankle rolls. 3, 2, and 1. An option again, place the foot back down on the mat or extend down. See how that feels. If it's too much, just bend the knee. So many options here. You've got it. Pushing both shoulder blades down into the mat, feeling that lovely drawing down and breathe. Inhale. Work through that irritability, work through that little bit of that sensation you get in our hip work today. And imagine you're letting go of any tension. It could be anything that feels heavy now. It could be from your past. Even if you don't name it, just imagine any tension and stress is truly deeply leaving the body as we move. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Let's release that knee and that foot, bringing it in. We're going to take a little supine twist today. So even if the knee's bent, you can roll over and keep the knee over. You can extend the leg now if it feels comfy. Or we're going to slowly roll the whole of the body over towards the left-hand side. It looks like this. Good. And now from this position, see how that feels. If you've got any lower back pain, stay. Otherwise, you're going to take your right hand, reach it up alongside the ear, and maybe see if you can swoop it out a little bit more towards the right-hand side. Now, you might not get the hand on the floor, or you might see how you feel, and then swoop it back around. And the option here is to keep that hand onto the hip as we draw to open up that chest a little bit more square to the ceiling. So you could do a little wiggle here, trying to think about getting both shoulder blades moving in the direction of the floor. And the other option is to take the hands out to a T position. Okay, but you don't have to do that. If it feels a lot, just see if you can drop that right shoulder down. Or take the T and really enjoy that little bit of a twist here. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Remember, the magic of this one is less about how deep you twist and more about the breath to the belly. Use the breath to really support and getting that lovely stress relief. Inhale. Feel the belly expand and exhale. Well done, team. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Really important to use your hand. Bring the right hand over. Grab the right knee. Push the back of the left arm down onto the mat and roll yourself back to that center point. Good. Inhale. Slowly bring that right foot down, left foot in if it's extended. Well done, team. Inhale, drawing it in. Half a happy baby. We're going to draw the knee out, flex the heel, and drop it. Staying here or reaching to grab the lower part of the leg, the ankle, or the outer edge of the foot. You've got it. And I'll show you again now. This one looks like, oh, got it. My knee's down, but I'm really lifting in this hip. So I'm going to take my hand on that right hip. I'm going to push it down. It begins to lift this side up. Breathe in. And as I exhale, I work the knee down a little further. Oof, there you are, stretch. Good morning. See how it feels? Can you identify if both sides feel the same? Maybe one side different? I always think it's awesome just that we know that, through our movement, through yoga, through meeting once or twice a week, you're able just to see exactly where your body is. You can honor then what it needs, either in the class, maybe doing a few stretches. Inhale and exhale on your own. Remember, yoga you can take with you. Now, option here is to extend the other leg if you want. Oh, my hamstrings are still really tight today. Let's point and flex. 3, 2, maybe roll those ankles. And one. Beautiful. From here, option again, bend the knee and put it back onto the floor or extend it down. Ooh. This side feels a little extra tight for me today. I still feel okay with it extended. If yours feels a lot once you got there, just go back. Love it. 3. Working both shoulder blades down. Maybe lift the neck and draw the chin in. Try not to have any strain or pain there. So breathe through. Again, that irritability, that tension. You've got this, team. 2. And when you're gonna feel loosey-goosey when you finish this class, let's bend the knee, slowly bring it across. Good. We're gonna take our supine twist. So just start really helpfully, roll the whole body over. Good. There's no pressure to do anything but this. This is great. Staying here, breathing to the belly. Again, if you want that little extra, left hand reaches up and maybe rotate back. So you're trying to open the chest a little more towards the ceiling. And if it feels quite a lot, just swoop the hand around and rest it on the hip. But trying to maybe wiggle those shoulder blades a little bit more in the direction of the mat. If that feels good, maybe one side feels a little bit more open than the other. Great. And if it also feels all right, take the arms nice and wide you can into that little bit more open T position. But remember, go back or totally roll the shoulder back over. You've got this. Breathing deeply to the belly. There's your magic. Inhale. And exhale, relaxing in the face. Noticing where the breath changes the stretch for you. 3. That lovely filling of the belly. 2 and 1. Inhale, slowly bringing that left hand back over, grab the knee, bring everything back, pushing into that right hand, and find that lovely soft position in the middle, and slowly bring the foot down. You've got it. Good, right foot to meet. We're going to take that lovely deep happy baby. One of the best deep stretches. It's really important that we warm up to get there. Really great for everything, lower back, anyone with any sciatica, any little niggles in the glutes, super good. Hips, healthy for the whole body. Good, so we draw the knees in. You know where we're headed. Most of you feet come up and drop the knees out. You've got it. Good, see how that's feeling, and then begin to walk the hands up the lower part of the legs, maybe ankles, or maybe grab the outer edges and find your little side to side rock. Imagine you're giving yourself a little massage around that lower back. If it feels really tight in the hips today, just breathe through that. And again, if they are really, really kind of tight, this feels strong, stick with this, just rock side to side. And if you want a little bit more push, I definitely love that little depth in the hips. I love what it does for you by the end of a class. Just come back to center for us, push both shoulder blades down and work to get the knees a little wider. And you're thinking here, again, you think about that tailbone. See if you can push it down as you work those feet down and the knees down. Oh, feel that stretch. Relaxing in the neck and just breathe with me or rock side to side if it becomes too much. Inhale. And exhale. Just thinking about the release that you get here, letting go of tension. We let go of trauma, even from our past. Small things we held on to, we don't even realize, even like a comment that wasn't so supportive. Anything at all that feels like it's weighing on you. Breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. Feel that lovely little fire in the hips and feel it's like, oh, that little niggle you're releasing. I release you. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Releasing down. Slowly bring the feet and relax. You can keep the knees where they are. A little rotate. One last little bit. Get those ankles, shake them out, and then bring it in. Beautiful. Knees in. And one last little rock side to side. Head moving in that direction. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both palms down. Keep the knees bent if that feels okay. And we're going to work just to extend a little bit of hamstring work, just a little bit. And maybe flex. Ooh. Or maybe point. And bend the knees in. We're going to keep going from there. Inhale. Picking it up. Again, you're saying hello to the hamstring. You're stretching it as long as you can. Even if the knees are bent, but you're feeling that tightness, just saying hi. Maybe a little flex if it feels okay. Holding it a little more this time. Breathing in, little smile. Point the toes and draw it in. Good. 2 more. Inhale, extending when you're ready. We're gonna hold it. Flexing. Little holds here, just staying. Inhale and exhale, pointing. And bending the knees. Good, your last one when you're ready, pointing. Maybe pointing and flexing one and then the other, a little switch. A nice one today, just kind of releasing in those ankles, getting everything moving there a little more. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, bend those knees, give it a little kick. Let go of that stretch, feel like you're kicking it away. 3, 2, feel that little bit of fire, and 1. Kick both legs up. And slowly bend the knees and bring the feet down onto the mat. We've got it. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth with me. Let's release stress, tension, anything that's weighing on you. Inhale. Out through the mouth. Beautiful. And one last time, imagine any little cloud that's above you, anything that's feeling a bit overwhelming. Bend the knees, bring the feet up, flex, and kick. Go for it. Like, really go for it. If you want to grunt and whatever, just let it all go. All that frustration, anything's that feeling too much. 3, 2, and 1. Kick it up. Nice one. And slowly bend the knees and bring the feet down onto the mat. Inhale. And exhale through the mouth. And just stay for a moment. We're going to take our gaze, little neck stretch, bringing the right ear to the right side, just a little bit here. See how that feels. Good. A little bit of stillness for a moment. Inhale, bringing the neck back to center. Then taking your gaze over towards the left. See how far you can wiggle that ear over. Inhale and exhale. Bring back to center. You've got it. Gonna walk the feet in, knees to touch, and roll the body over towards that right hand side. Oh, just take a little moment here just to be cozy. Close the eyes, find the breath. Maybe enjoy a really slow inhalation and a slow exhalation. You've got it. And then begin to push the body up. Lovely. And bringing yourself to a nice upright position. If you've got a drink with you, grab it. If there's anything you need to do to hit reset, well done, guys. Cheers. Oh, so cozy. All right, so we're gonna get a little bit into a tabletop position, and we're gonna move into our warrior 2 from the knee to begin, just to get that little bit more into the hip. I find it's quite powerful, that one. So see how we feel. We're going to slowly make your way to, again, whatever way feels good, coming into that tabletop position. Sometimes it's comfortable to swing the feet through, and others it's not so comfortable. I'm going to face you, but you can face whichever way feels comfortable for watching the camera. All right, from here, we're just gonna bring the hands down, shoulders in line with the wrists. Good, we're gonna take a little bit of our cat and cow just to work the spine. Let's work the tailbone up, drop the belly down. And remember not to sink down into the shoulders. It looks like this. Draw shoulder down, down, down. Maybe lift a little in the chest. Relax the forehead, breathing in. And as we exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch the spine, and feel that lovely cat. Oh, I love that first cat of class. We've not done too much across the shoulders yet. I don't know about you, but definitely a place I have all my stress. Inhale. Feel like you're pulling the shoulder blades away. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and back. Breaking the tailbone away, shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, last one, finding that lovely cat pose again, tuck it under. Just soak up all the loveliness of that pose. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Breathing in, coming back to nice flat back. Good. What we're going to do is slowly just shift the weight over towards that right knee. We're going to extend the left leg. I'm gonna turn the toes, a little bend, so that the toes are facing the short edge of the mat, if that's comfortable, and slowly, slowly begin to lift the body up. So it looks like this. Again, remember, we don't want it too close in. We don't want this sort of diamond shape happening. We want that lovely, almost like a little square we're looking for here. And then as we take that extension, we want to remember the knee is not to track over that big toe. Really important here to start our movement by squeezing and tucking the pelvis under. You've got it. And then we're going to stack the body. And that just means we're going to breathe in, rotate the shoulders up and back, and then we're going to draw in. Inhale, tucking that floating rib in. So everything's squeezing and rotating. You can feel everything nice and tall and long. I'm drawing you from the top of the head, and then really see if you can find those warrior two arms. Good. Take a look at both middle fingers. See if you can line them up. Again, drawing in. Everything's working here. I can already feel it. Actually, a little bit in my hip. I'm rotating so much. Squeezing in the glute and tucking it under. And we're trying to move as the knee kind of moves forward. We're kind of working really strong into the hip, bending. Maybe you stay here. Maybe it feels comfortable to go a little bit deeper, but keep that squeeze. We're working into what we call the psoas muscle. It kind of attaches in the lower part of the rib and it wiggles all the way down, round into the hip and up into the glute. And if we can release a little bit of that, that's really, really healthy kind of for the body. And that lovely sinking down. We're holding a little longer today. Draw in from your core and keep the squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, slowly come back out of it, straightening that leg a little. Inhale. And exhale, love little six. So really focusing on the small, small details here, sinking as far as feels comfortable today. Listening to the hips, the knees. Good. Holding it maybe a little longer if that feels comfortable. Maybe bring the hands either onto the hips, or you can bring your left elbow down if you like. Sinking a little further. Breathe. Also option to bring the other hand up or reach it alongside the ear as we sink. 3. Breathing in and out, releasing. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Inhale, take your time. Coming out of that. You've got it. Inhale, straightening that leg now. Turning the toes towards the long edge. Inhale. If you feel comfortable, we're going to reach as far over towards the left as we can, and reach towards the right and bring the right hand down, not in line with the shoulder, out a little further, and then shift the weight that direction. If it feels too much on the wrist, bring it onto a fifth. You've got it. Now, option to stay here. Again, we don't want the tailbone sticking. We want to squeeze and tuck under. Beautiful. From the knee, we're looking at drawing the shoulders down. Good. Option to stay or option to lift that leg. Drawing in from your core, feeling long and strong. Good. Inhale. And slowly exhale, bringing that foot back down. We're going to inhale. We use our core, maybe lift up to the fingertips and reaching up, finding that lovely leg. Good. Inhale, swoop the arms up. And we're going to slowly reach forward, bring the hands down, and wiggle that knee and hip distance. You can really enjoy some cat and cow, starting with a lovely little cow to begin. Draw the shoulders down and away, tailbones lifted. Good. Inhale. And as we exhale, take the tailbone under, arch the spine, draw the chin in, feel that lovely pull across the shoulder blades, relaxing the forehead and the jaw. Just breathing into that space. Well done. Inhale, coming back to a lovely little flat back. We're going to do the other side. So this time it's right leg wiggles out. And you've got either the toes are going to now bend the knee and see if you can wiggle the toes to face the short edge, or opening the knee, depending on how your mat is. And we slowly begin just to walk the hands up, coming into this lovely, nice upright position. Good. So remember, in order to get the depth in the hips that you want, we want to tuck under into the pelvis. It's like drawing the pelvis forward and rotate into the hips. Now, I think I'm extra tight on this side because I can, again, already feel it. You don't have to sink too far into that knee as we move. Breathing in. We stack the body, rotate the shoulders up and back. Chest is lifted, but we don't want the tailbone dipping. Inhale. And tuck that floating rib under and navel in. So this really lovely, long, strong posture. Arms out if that feels comfortable. Maybe lining those middle fingers up. You've got it. Strong in your core. Inhale. Remember, squeezing. Inhale. As we sink, we're trying to move that knee, opening it as far as we can towards that baby toe. Ooh, feel that lovely openness. Work it in the hips on both sides. Just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. If you need to come out of it, you can. I'm going to hold it just a little longer. Relax the forehead. Softening in the jaw. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's straighten that leg. Coming a bit more out. Take a little breather. Inhale. And exhale. Sinking down. One more time. Lovely. In from the core, rotating, tucking that tailbone under. An option to bring the hands on the hips if you like. You can keep them lifted, or you can also bring that elbow down. Just sinking a little further here, opening the chest to the side. Option to stay here, or maybe reach up with that hand, or you can again reach a little bit more along the ear. And again, just in the direction that we want to kind of sink into that knee, tucking in the tailbone. Oh, hello to those hips. 3. Amazing. 2 and 1. Slowly coming back out of it. Woo. You've got it. Turning the toes to face forward, reaching out this time towards the left as far as you can, and bring the hand down when it feels comfortable. If your wrists are sore, come to a nice fist and maybe bring that top head onto the hip. You've got it. Again, we want to squeeze and tuck in the pelvis under. There's a really nice place to stay if you like, just breathing, opening the body to the sides. You also have the option to squeeze in the glutes, maybe lift, or maybe use that hand as well. Up to you. See what you want from the pose. 3. You're amazing. Good job. 2. And 1. Inhale, slowly bringing that foot down. Use your core, lifting it back up. Loosening the arms up alongside the ears. And down. Bring the hands in front. Good work. Wiggle that foot back in. You're going to take the knees nice and wide, big toes to touch, and that lovely hip opener in our child's pose with the knees wide. Coming down, knees as wide as you can get them, sinking down. Either bringing the forehead to the fist or allow the whole of the chest to melt down. Really enjoy this one. We're going to stay a little bit longer. Just close the eyes and breathe. This is one of the poses that it's either one that you quite like, if you like that feeling and sensation of stopping, or for some of us, it feels like you're not doing enough. That's how we feel in life sometimes, but this is where we let gravity do the work. The longer we stay, the more benefits. If you ever just want that lovely deep release in the hips, something simple as to find this. You can do it in a bed, a cozy bed if you like, on the floor. And get a nice healthy one for hips and in the back. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Surrender to the pose. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring in the hands on either side. Begin to lift yourself up. Good. You're going to walk the hands slightly forward. Take your time. Ooh, peel that tailbone up, and then wiggle the knees in. I'm sure if you're like me, or maybe I'm just a little extra tight today, you're feeling it. Good. I'm going to move from tabletop, depending on where you're at. Maybe move more towards the long ways of the mat if you're working in the same direction as me. Otherwise, if you are working and it feels comfortable, stay where you are. We're going to tuck the toe. We're going to arch the back into cat and find our first little downward dog. We're going to lift the knees, shift the weight back, and bend the knees to begin. Good. Fingers nice and wide, draw the shoulders down and away, and find that lovely walk of the heel. Good. Kind of draw in from the core. Maybe looking underneath those armpits. Nice one. Inhale. Pushing into the toes. Maybe just see what the body needs. 3, 2, and 1. You've got it. Good. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to shift the weight forward to the hands and move into a bit of a plank pose. Feeling strong. If you need to come to the knees, you can. Otherwise, we're going to lift in the tailbone again, shifting the weight back to downward dog, a little walk. Drawing in from the core. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we're going to shift the weight forward. So this is a little bit of strengthening the upper body. If it feels a lot, bring the knees down. Otherwise, stay and hold. Draw that tailbone down. Feeling that lovely strength. Inhale and exhale. Good. Option to lift up again.
And find that lovely downward dog. Swinging the hips if you like. 3, good, little smile, 2, and 1, beautiful. Coming back, up the tops of the toes, we're gonna lean forward, coming either onto the knees or staying. Drop the pelvis down, feel strong in that upper body. If you're looking for that little bit more strength. 3, 2, and 1, either lower to the knees or use the upper body to lower yourself down onto the mat and untuck those toes. Good, we're gonna relax the cheeks down. Love it. Inhale. And slowly exhale. We're gonna bend that right knee. Inhale and exhale, keeping it there if you're feeling it in the quads or reaching back and grabbing the toes. You can draw that heel in again. Think about that movement we've been doing where we squeeze and tuck the tailbone under. You're pushing the pelvis into the mat now as you draw that heel in. Good. Finding that lovely stretch. If you're a little bit more open in that area, maybe bring the heel a little bit more to the outside of the body. You can absolutely work from that direction, but work where you need it. Breathing in and breathing out, squeezing and tucking under. I'm going to show you a little bit more challenging pose in our flow today. And it requires a little bit more openness in the quads. So you take a little time here. 3, 2, and 1. It's called mermaid pose. It's quite a strong pose. Nice hip opener. Just a variation really on our pigeon. Inhale, release that foot. You've got it. And exhale. Breathing in, bending the other leg. Good. Again, if that feels enough, just stick here, drawing the heel in. Again, tucking and really squeezing in the glutes, bringing the pelvis to the mat, maybe reaching to find that toe if you can, and working to get the heel in. Beautiful job. Again, really try your best to get some stretch here. Inhaling and really tucking the pelvis as you work the heel in. The more that I squeeze in the glutes, the more I can feel that muscle really, really tight, especially on that side for me personally. Just what is going on for you in your body in this stretch? Where is it needing it? Oh, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Switching sides again. Really trying to find some openness. We want to squeeze and tuck under and then work the heel down. So you can use one hand. You can also reach back if you've got the openness in the shoulders and grab the toes with both hands, working and squeezing. Just breathe, releasing stress, releasing tension in the quads. 3, 2, and 1, and lastly, switching sides again. So check in, how are you feeling? Can you work that heel in? Squeeze and tuck. Oh, get that release. You've got it, same. 3. Breathing in and out. 2. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Just extend both legs. We're going to push the hands up. Inhale. Be lifting up into tabletop. We're going to come back, tuck the toes, and lift up to your downward dog. Good. Lovely little walk. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Ooh. Again, the hamstrings. This time we're going to shift the weight over, even if it's small, towards that left foot. And inhale, see if you can lift the right. We're going to bend the knee. What we're going to do is draw it forward, and everything draw forward, the chest, the knee, and slowly bring the knee down onto the mat. You've got it. So you're going to find that lovely little pigeon pose. So walk the hands, bring the knee down, and walk the toes back. Good. Now on that right side, if the heel feels like it's got space to wiggle a little bit more in towards the midline, let that happen. But again, we're trying to push down into that left hip and find that lovely wiggle. Knee comes back. Maybe untuck the toes. There you go. This time to challenge you. Maybe sing a bit more lifted here as we drop into the pose. Coming onto the forearms. Breathing in and breathing out. Seeing if that changes the stretch for you. If you want to fold forward, you absolutely can as well. Inhale and exhale. Relax the forehead, maybe close the eyes. It's that magical pose that really does help us release. If it feels really tight, I just want you to stay there. Really important to sit If there's anybody who just feels like you want a little challenge, you're finding pigeon pose feeling quite nice now. Again, don't worry if you're not at that point. If there is a little challenger or something maybe at some point you might work towards, we're gonna push into the hands and lift in the chest here. Good, that might be enough today. That might just allow you to push a little further down into the hips. Might be a little bit more challenging. There's also the option to bend that back knee. So thinking about that work in the quad. Breathing in and out. For some of us, in some days, when I bend that knee, I'm like, hell no. So listen, but if you want to take it, you can bring that left hand, maybe see if you can grab the toes and maybe grab it with the elbow even, and working towards what we call that mermaid pose. Really strong. You also can reach the hand up. You still want to lose that shape. It's really quite strong, but again, if your body feels open enough, that feels good, maybe play with it. If not, bring the hand down, bring the foot down, and just remember it's something maybe at some point we might work towards when we release a little more into that quad. Everybody coming back down, everybody surrender into the pose this time. Just let the chest come down. 3, 2, inhale and exhale. 1. Good. We're going to rotate the body over towards the right hand side, coming out of it. Good. We're going to draw that left knee in. We're going to come back up into a tabletop position. When you're ready, find a nice cat pose for me. Tuck the toes and lift up into a lovely downward dog. Little walk of those heels. You've got it. Taking a little stretch and releasing the knees after that pose. 3, 2, inhale and exhale. 1. Inhale, kicking up with the left leg, even if it's really brief, you bend the knee and then slowly lean everything forward over the wrist, knee draws forward as far as you can. You've got it. Bring that back knee down. Wiggling the left heel slightly in, and maybe using the back toes to wiggle that back knee back. Oh, hello pigeon on that side. All right, feels really tight on that side for me today. Untuck the toes. Important to know. We'll kind of see where we get to. I'm going to take it really slow with maybe playing with mermaid today. But maybe coming down to the forearms instead of the whole body drawing down to start. See if you can maybe wiggle a little further into the hips. The most important thing is just to breathe. Inhale and exhale, working through that irritability. As you exhale, just imagine you're blowing and breathing it out of the body. Tension, any illness, we breathe it in and we exhale, so really let it release. If anybody is wanting to play a little further, option is to just totally release the body down and just rest into pigeon, or option 2, maybe pushing into the hands and seeing if that feels good. This is a perfect prep to try and get there. Maybe something that you want to try. Maybe just the little bend to that back knee. How's it feeling? Again, we're trying to keep both hips drawing down towards the mat. And possibly, if it feels okay, reaching back for that toe. Don't worry if it's not there. Might be something we do in future. Or maybe even bending and bringing it into that elbow. You can sink down and reach forward. Again, a little bit of challenge. We're a little bit in the back and the spine, the knees, the hips. 3, little smile. 2 and 1, releasing that leg wherever you've taken it. Slowly turn, finding that lovely last bit of pigeon pose. Again, just normal. Let it all soften down to whatever space you normally go. Taking some lovely slow deep breaths in and out. Saying goodbye to any heaviness there. Gonna walk out loosey-goosey hips, feeling light. Physically and emotionally. Inhale and exhale. You got it. Inhale, slowly lifting up, rotate the body over towards the left hand side and wiggle that back foot forward. And this time we're just going to come up and face forward and cross the legs. Oh, how's that for a little hip opening class? Good job. Good. Sitting nice and tall, whatever way feels comfortable. Cross-legged isn't. You find a space for you. Again, you can have this way. Some people find it easier to bring both legs or both feet back. Others have one foot, or you can sit on a chair. All good. All right, breathing in with me. And slowly exhale. Maybe grabbing a drink if you have it. Beautiful. Cheers, guys. Amazing. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and back.
You can start closing the eyes if you want here. We're just trying to get that lovely last little stretch into the body. And where we're thinking about releasing stress, it'd be wrong if we didn't take time to let go of the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Good, really big circles. If you want to include that lovely exaggerated spine, seated cat to seated cow, you can. If not, just keep the rolls going. Feel the little crunches. Inhale, nice and slow, and exhale. Don't worry too much about the breath. Just let it come and go a little slower. That's what we want. 3, 2, and 1. Rolling the shoulders up and back and relax everything down. Nice and tall spine. You've got it. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms out. And exhale, drop the shoulders down and draw in from the core. Because we're going to do seated Garudasana arms. So our eagle arms. We're going to bring, to start, we're going to bring the right hand underneath the left as far as you can. Maybe if you have the openness in the shoulders, bring the creases, the bend of the elbow into the crease of that right side. Maybe the backs of the hands come together. Again, if you can't, don't worry, just bring it back as far as you can, squeezing them in. Beautiful. And if you have any more room with that right hand, draw it in towards the face and maybe tuck it round. Shouldn't you even bring a finger or the palm? It just keeps that lovely little twist happening. So it's a twisted around. Good. Amazing. If that feels okay, stick. Otherwise, we're going to lift the elbows up. Looking up, you might feel that little bit of a stretch there and slowly draw them down. Good. Maybe drawing it all the way towards the floor. Inhale, lifting it up. And as we exhale, keep the elbows lifted and squeeze and draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Should feel a little bit tight here. Normal if that feels really strong. This pose, at least for me, where I hold my tension there, it's really strong as you squeeze the shoulders down and keep the elbows lifted. Inhale. As we exhale, slowly drop back down, release the hands, and then slowly move the head and neck in whatever way you need for a nice reset. Definitely one that helps me with that upper body. A little smile, inhale, reaching it out, you've got it. We're going to bring the left hand underneath. So again, as far as you can, noticing if it's the same on this side or different, we bend at the elbows, thinking about the crease of that left elbow kind of cradling the right. The backs, the hands are coming together. And again, remember, if your shoulders are tight, that just means that you might not get there. Backs, the hands together is perfect. Or if you've got that love little twist, rotate that left hand around. Maybe the palms come together, a finger. And this does not kind of mean you're good, you're bad. It just means you've got tightness in the shoulders. That's it. All right? No worries where you're at. When we're there, inhale, we're going to lift. We're going to look up, lifting the elbows, little back bend. As we exhale, slowly draw it down, drawing the shoulders down, but also pulling the body down, maybe bringing the fingertips towards the mat. Inhale, lifting it up. And this time, we're going to keep the elbows lifted. We're going to draw in from the core, finding a long spine and drop the shoulders down, just holding them. So elbows lifted, shoulders down. Feel that lovely, strong stretch. Stretch leaving the body. Breathe with me. Inhale. Close the eyes and send the breath down where you're feeling that in the shoulders. Oh, let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Let it go. Slowly bringing the hands down and release those arms. You've got it. Anything you need to do that feels good with neck and shoulders to get that release. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming to stillness, breathing in. And exhale through the mouth. Amazing. I'm going to come a little closer. I'm going to take that lovely last bit of stretch. We started with the ankles and the toes. We're going to finish with the face. All right, bringing your pointer finger and your middle finger together. We're going to bring them in to the top, kind of top of the nose, between the eyebrows here. And we're going to just push, get a little massage going for us. Good. Really release here, letting go of any tension that you're holding. Bringing it further into the forehead. If you want to close your eyes and just feel around. Don't be shy to give it the pressure it needs. And if you know the movement already and you want to start moving in the temples, you can. Otherwise, take the fingers into the temples and give yourself a few nice circles. Oh, stress, tension, worry, any overthinking, let it just go. Deep breath in and out. Again, moving in whatever way you like in the top of the head there, moving up in and around the forehead, the eyebrows, the temples. Just trace and roll whatever way you need. Throw in a nice slow deep breath. It's a reminder to take a really beautiful release and then let it go. And you put it. And the last bit here, we're going to come to the top of the nose, just a bit lower here, tracing under the eye, finding the cheekbone, I suppose, and moving it down and around. If you've got any sort of sinus tension, you can kind of rock the hands here. Beautiful. You can also do under the nose. You can move and give yourself, might feel strange, but you can definitely give yourself a massage there. It's a good one for anybody who does have that sinus pain. I don't often do this one because it looks funny, but it feels good if you give yourself a little massage in and around the nose. Yeah. Release that tension today. Lots of us have sinus or sickness bugs this time of year, so take it as you need it. And then finally, let's release in the jaw. So you can move the hand. I want you to imagine like you're kind of just massaging in all the way down the jaw. Good. Bringing it down. And then don't be afraid. It might look strange. No one's in the room. Move that jaw. Let it go. That is our place of tension. And your challenge this week is to just at some point release the jaw, move it around, even if it's in bed. It's going to remind the body, it's going to release here, and it's sending signals to soften all the way down in those lovely neck and shoulders where we hold that tension. Breathe in with me nice and slow and deep. And exhale. And close the eyes. Just taking a bit of time here in stillness. Checking in, how do you feel in this moment? Can you liken it to that image of what's feeling cozy for you at the moment? Someone once said to me recently that coming to yoga is sometimes like having a hot bath. It's that feel good, leaves you lighter. How do you feel now? And can you channel that lovely coziness of the item you chose at the beginning, what you're really feeling right now? And remember to incorporate that as well into your day today. Creature comforts, really embracing this winter and this space of hibernation. Breathing in and slowly exhale. Release. And finally coming back to that other question of what would make life feel lighter? If it would feel even better if I released, or even better if I could just let go of X, Y, and Z. Whatever comes to mind, we're going to take 2 deep breaths as we exhale, just like blow it all away, let it all out, that last kind of part of class to release that stress. Eyes closed, bringing into your mind any sort of sensation, feeling, vibes that just feeling maybe a bit too much. We're going to breathe in, exhale through the mouth, let it go. Don't be afraid to make that noise. One more, inhale. Let it go. And finishing before you find your final Shavasana, eyes closed, turning the outer edges of the mouth up, finishing with a beautiful smile. A thank you to yourself for meeting yourself on the mat today and taking time out for you. A little bit of gratitude. Noticing any change in the body, any lightness, any softness physically, as you begin to move into the coziest position that you want for your Shavasana today. Begin to draw the body down, find a sofa, crawl in bed whenever it is that you're doing this practice today. You've got it. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Softening in the forehead, releasing any last tension in the skin. Letting it go all the way down, releasing around the eyes and the jaw. Letting the whole of the face from the crown of the head all the way down feel light, peaceful. Embrace the release. Allowing the back body to melt into the floor. Maybe imagining that the body feels as light as a feather, almost as if you could like levitate off that mat. And you've let everything shed, everything melt, leave it all on the mat today. The intention of walking out, feeling just a lighter version of you, even if it's just for a few minutes. Breathing in, slowly breathing out. As you soften and take time in the quiet, just enjoy the softness that the moment brings. I've got a poem today by somebody who's just labeled it MHN, just some initials, and it's called Peace. On the days when the mind feels anything but at ease, may your soul remember this marvelous wonder. Sometimes peace is simply breathing deep, learning to trust through every single inhale and finding peace in every single exhale. All of this is part of the story you will tell. The waves will push as they always do, but trust calm waters will also always find you. Travel slowly whenever you need to, and may peace, even in the smallest shapes, be a beautiful miracle that continues over and over and over to find you. Staying a little longer if you like. Enjoying that softness. Wish you peace and release as you finish and continue into your Sunday. Lots of love.
So call me. All this young sky, this young heart, just take